Hello everybody and welcome back to Magical Melody. I'm here on the 18th day of winter now. Tomorrow is going to be another festival. This time it's going to be the Fire Festival. And I've already gone ahead and I have prepared for that festival, and hopefully we'll also be able to attend the other ones that are coming up as we draw closer to finishing up the year. So, I have a couple of things. The first, in my home, as you can see, I have upgraded my kitchen, so I can now put nearly every single cooking utensil out in my kitchen, so that if I do cook, I don't have to keep swapping out tools or cooking utensils, which is pretty neat. Other than that, I didn't really get any more furniture placed in my house. I did buy some. I just kind of went crazy. I thought, oh, well, I can afford it. So I did go ahead and buy some stuff, a couple of bookshelves. I bought a different dining table. I think I bought different styles for beds and things like that. But I kind of like the theme of my house now. It's got like a green and gray-ish tone going on, which I think looks pretty nice. So that's about it in terms of the home and furniture and things. I'm gonna go ahead and visit my animals first, because that's usually what I do in the beginning of the day. Make sure to bring my milker with me. I have upgraded my watering can to gold. I can almost upgrade it to goddess. I just have to use it a little bit more, which shouldn't be too difficult once I start to grow crops again. I have a silver axe. As you can see, I have been cutting down trees and collecting lumber, and I have a silver hammer. So I've been slowly upgrading my tools as well. I still have a lot of ore in my drawers here. I'm going to take out these moonstones because I'm going to use them as gifts today in the aquamarine as well. But I have a very good collection of ores going on. So if I do need to upgrade, I have the ores there already, which is great. And let's see what's going on outside. Not a whole lot has changed. I've been saving up money to buy properties and to build a second home. I have purchased some property. If I pull up the menu, you can actually go to the town map. And if you hover over something, you can see up here that I bought a piece of the forest. So I have a very large property up in the forest. It'll actually say property right on the map, which is pretty neat. I haven't had the opportunity to purchase a lot of property. I think I purchased two of them. I purchased the one in the forest and then another one that doesn't have anything on it. So I do believe I own about 4 pieces of property right now. And there is an achievement, or a note I should say, to get 20 pieces of property, which shouldn't be too difficult, as long as I save my money. There's also a note to build a second home, which is very easy to do with 20 pieces of property. I can just pick one and build a house, no problem. So I'm working towards that. That's also why I was cutting down some trees. Now that I can go visit the goddess and get some stamina back, what I'll do is I'll basically just chop down some trees, talk to the goddess up in that forest area, and I have, you know, pretty much free stamina, which is pretty nice. On days I don't feel like mining, I just do something else that's productive. I just gotta save the money for it because property is not cheap. The animal situation is pretty much the same. All the animals are healthy and happy. And I went ahead and I purchased some more fodder for them. I had completely run out of bird seed. I wasn't even paying attention to the totals of my food. I had quite a bit of fodder, but I just decided to go ahead and buy some more anyways. So, animals have been doing great. No one's gotten sick through the winter, which is awesome, because that is no fun at all. Trying to keep my horse's affection up. Hopefully I can ride it soon. And a couple of people had pointed out that the reins are more or less if you want to ride the horse, and if you don't have enough money to afford the bell, but I actually went ahead and I purchased the bell just as a little experiment, because some of you had said that the bell is a lot easier to use, and it is. All you have to do is take out the bell, ring it near the doorway, and the animals actually just understand what you're trying to tell them, and they just go through the door on their own. So it's a lot easier than having to herd them all one by one. However, you still have to wait for them to leave. I still have to wait for my cow to move its slow butt out the door before I can go. But it's a very nice system, and the bell was very cheap, so there's two ways of doing that, and thanks to those of you who gave me the hint and, told me that that was a much easier way of doing things. And I've fed them, so if they want to, they can come outside for a little while. It's a sunny day, I don't think they'll get sick. Maybe I'll just leave them for a day and see what happens. Because they sure as heck don't have anything to eat. I've been taking one of my eggs, usually the lower quality one, and I've been using it as a gift, and I'm still trying to make a little bit of profit off of the chickens by shipping a couple of things. Probably wouldn't hurt at this point to get another chicken, but because I already have so many other animals giving me profit, I don't depend as heavily on the chickens as I do in most Harvest Moon games. Because I usually just have a bunch of chickens and nothing else, and so I have the max amount of chickens that I can have so that I can get the max amount of gold. But I'm pretty impressed because the cows are pretty decent profit, and sheep, once you shear them, their wool sells for a lot of money, which actually really surprised me. If you turn it into yarn, you get even more money, which is even better, so good investment. And as you can see, as I finish up my chores, I'm just going around the village. I have been trying to befriend the rest of the villagers that I am missing out on. Been giving Gwen some animal products here and there, just to get her hearts worked up. I think she's almost at 2, so I'm getting there. And then, of course, Carl and Katie are right next door, although I think they're closed today because it's a Tuesday. So I may not be able to give Carl a present, but Katie likes stones, so any kind of gem you find in the mine she likes. Flowers. Flowers when they're in season, of course. Right now we don't have flowers. And she likes baking goods, so eggs, milk, breadfruit I think is one of her most loved gifts. So, just give Katie presents here and there, Carl when I find him. And it really goes a long way. I have really worked on their heart points quite a bit, and I don't think that either of them will leave as long as I keep shipping milk and eggs and befriending them. So hopefully that is not going to be a problem in the future. For the festival tomorrow, you need to bring a stake. So you need to drop a stake into the town box, and if you do, then you'll be able to participate in the festival. Now today is a Tuesday, which is really a bummer, because I was going to show the expansion of the junk shop. I got a letter in the mail, maybe we should go read it. And it was about the junk shop expanding, getting better products, and we also have had another villager move in permanently as a result from that, which I was really excited to show off, but I completely forgot that they're closed on Tuesdays. For some reason, I always think that the junk shop is closed on Wednesdays. I don't know why. We'll have to save that for another time, though. So let's go back to the house. Usually once I've made a round and I've seen the animals and I've seen the villagers, I go ahead and make room in my rucksack. I put all my stuff away, my milker and my brush and things, and then I have room to mine, essentially. So I just kind of keep the rucksack open so I can put lots of gems in, and I use whatever time I have left to go mining or to chop down trees or whatever it is that I feel like doing on that particular day. Let's look through my letters. Michael reopening after remodeling is the letter that I got. We've remodeled, we have new products, and hope you'll visit us. So a very brief letter, but we can go and see them on a day that they are not closed. So that's about all I really had to update, was just those couple of things. I bought a few things, saving up for some other things. And I do believe that the workshop is open on Tuesdays and closed on... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Woody's outside, which means it must be closed on a Tuesday as well. I don't know why I keep getting all these shops Tuesdays and Wednesdays mixed up, but yeah, the workshop was closed. Or else I would have shown off some of the different properties you can buy and how much they're worth, so you can see just how expensive buying property is, which makes sense. You know, buying property, buying pieces of land is really not cheap, and as you can see, I only have about 7,000 gold, so I don't really have that much. I've been buying things here and there, and my money's just kind of slowly drained. So I am working on that. As you can see, Ray and Bob are both at 7 hearts, and once somebody gets to 8 hearts, I'm going to be able to get the news from Theodore that I can get married. So marriage is definitely coming up very, very soon for me, hopefully. I've got Theodore at a couple of hearts, which means that I'm able to buy more property as well, which is nice. I'm going to keep on befriending him and some of the other villagers as well. Katie and Carl at our heart, Lewis. So hopefully I can get a couple more notes here. I still need to get the notes from Gwen, Lila, Katie, Carl, and Joe. And then I'll be well on my way to getting 60 notes as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the festival at the end of this video because it's a pretty short festival. It's kind of a romantic, cutesy type of festival. So I'm going to put that at the end of the video right about now. Alrighty. So, I've gone ahead and I have skipped a day. I'm going to make this nice and short and sweet. This is the Fire Festival, the 19th day of winter, all day from 6 a.m. to midnight on the beach. So I've already gone ahead and I've used up my entire day. I went and did some mining and took care of my animal and such and so forth. So I thought it was best just to go later on in the day. I'm not missing out on anything by going late. I would basically just waste an entire day if I were to go right at 6 a.m. I just decided to do it now. A couple hours before it ends, over here on the beach. Oh, and look at that. Hey Nixos, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to ask you two to guard the fire this year. It's a fire to commemorate those who were lost in the ocean. I'm depending on you two to make sure that fire doesn't burn out. Thanks, Theodore? I can't really tell if that's romantic or not. But your date will meet you here. Nobody comes to your door at the beginning of the day. The ocean has many faces. It can be sad. It can be kind. I like both. But it is a cute little romantic festival, just the two of you on the beach at nighttime. Whoever has the most hearts will be here, obviously. We guarded that entire fire. Look at that, still burning brightly and everything. Good work. Now the souls of the people who passed away in the ocean will be at peace. Wrong past. It will be dark on your way home, so please be careful. Alright, so like I said, incredibly short. But it's worth going to get the flame note. The flame for those who were lost at sea. Somehow peaceful, a note of requiem for that feeling. Alright, so that's all there is to it. The festival will automatically end at 12 a.m. regardless of when it was that you started the festival, and then you will be prompted to go home, probably because it's going to be getting late and you don't want to lose sleep. And if you did bring a steak, you will be able to attend the festival. And that makes our 55th note. And we almost have all the festival notes, but we still have a couple more in the month to get, so looking forward to those. And until my next update, thanks for watching everybody, and hopefully I will see you next time.